Hello ECE240 and thank you for watching this video. This video is going to help you to be successful during this week. This week is all about language development and early literacy. And when I think about language development and early literacy, I think about the opportunities that exist for us, the nurturers, to give our children these high quality language activities that put them to be successful, just not in school, but in life. Did you know that a 3-year-old's vocabulary size, a 3-year-old, is a predeterminer of what their third grade literacy exam will be? Meaning the higher a 3-year-old's vocabulary size is, they will do better on the third grade exam. Compared to if a child who's a 3-year-old has a very low vocabulary size, they're not going to achieve that well on their third grade literacy exam. So we have the opportunity, the power as nurturers to ensure that our children will be successful third grade and beyond by what we do by the time they're 3 years old. That's the power that we have as the nurturers of our children. And think about this, when it comes to language development, reading, writing, speaking, these are skills that we use every day in our career and in school. And these are the skills that put us in a successful position to acquire a high quality job and to actually perform that job as well. We use those skills every single day. What I'd like you to do is actually get a book that you would read to a child before kindergarten. You're going to get that book and read it and identify that book compared to compare it to one of our articles that you're going to read. So after watching this video, you're going to watch another video that I have listed below. After that video, I have 2 articles for you to read. One is the type of books to read to young children. So what you're going to do is that book that you would pick, you're going to take that book and then say, hey, out of all the types of books that this article talks about, this book matches best with that type of book. And we're going to see if we can find a trend in our discussion this week. And then the other article I have for you is just a great list of great books to read to children from 0 all the way to 13 years old. I also have a Read On Arizona link that you'll find a part of our weekly folder that gives you 3 handouts that are great tools that give you ideas and some great opportunities through that article to enrich early literacy outcomes from children and gives you why this is so important for us to do as nurturers in our community. Let me kind of finish with this. I get this question all the time, and I want to end our conversation with this week. We think that as a community, why our test scores are lower than those in the nation. So when you think about this, third grade literacy exams, we have in the state of Arizona, 75% of our students really meeting the requirement or above. In Yuma County, that number is 68%, and in South County, it's only 58%. So we have a lot of work to do. How do we improve that work? And one of the myths of why children are so low performing has to do if they're either identified as English language learners or English as a second language. And I want to knock that myth out. That's not the myth. That is not true. What happens is for many of our children, their home language, whatever that home language is, they don't have a high quality vocabulary in that home language. And then when they come to school and learn that new academic language, they have nothing to translate it to. What we need is children, whatever that home language is, Spanish, Vietnamese, Tagalog, Japanese, whatever that home language is, children need to have a high vocabulary size, a strong command of that language, and when they learn that new academic language like English, it's very easy for them to learn that new language. Why? Because all those neuron connections are connected with that part of the brain, and it's easier for them to learn that new language. So our situation is that the problem is not Spanish in our community. It's not English language learners. It's not ESL. The problem in our community is that we need our children, whatever their home language is, to have a rich, high vocabulary home language. And when they have that rich, high vocabulary home language, they will acquire that English language very, very quickly. The problem is many of our children don't have a high vocabulary size when it comes to their home language. That is the opportunity that we have. So we, the leaders, the professionals, the parents in our community, should be really looking at ways of how we build high vocabulary sizes, rich experiences for our children to engage in to be successful in school, but also in life. So how do we do that? Well, that's going to be part of your discussion this week. And I have some articles for you to read and some videos for you to watch this week. So please take the time to do that. I'm really looking forward to your responses this week. It should be a lot of fun for you to compare that book that you would read and the interaction that you guys are having with each other. So once again, no class this week. Go ahead and look at those videos and read those articles. And then for next week, we will meet in person. You will bring your iSearch drafts in class, and I look forward to seeing you next week. All right, Matadors, ECE 240, have a wonderful week. I look forward to seeing your work online, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.